Elkanah. And Elkanah had another wife, and her name was Peninnah. Peninnah could have children. Hannah could not have children. Hannah was broken because she couldn't have children. Not only was she broken because she couldn't have children, she was broken because she was provoked by Peninnah, who could have children. You ever been in a situation where you couldn't have something, but someone else had it and they teased you for it? Yes. You ever been in a situation to where someone else was in a position and they lorded over you in that position and they used their power against you? Well, this is what Hannah went through. But what did Hannah do? The Bible says that the Lord is nigh to the brokenhearted. He's close to those who have a contrite spirit. And what he wants to do is bring deliverance. But what he wants to do is also see how we respond to opposition. Amen. God wants to see how you and I respond to when people oppose the futility that God has subjected you to. He'll put you in a situation to where you're broken for a season to see how other people will respond to you and to see how you respond to them and to see how you respond to God. Amen. And what did this woman do? It says here, word for word, and she was in bitterness of soul and prayed unto the Lord and wept there. And you know another thing? Samuel was Eli. Eli was a priest. And she would go to make sacrifices unto the Lord every year. And Eli, who was a priest, saw the woman weeping on the altar. And he said to her, "Woman, you're drunk." When she was crying out to God about the situation of her not able to have children, the priest said to her, "Listen, you're a drunk woman. You shouldn't drink this early in the morning." She said, "But no, I'm not drunk, but I'm broken because I can't have children. And my adversary is always opposing me every day." And he said, "Let the Lord bless you for whatever you ask." And then from that moment that she had a child, and the child's name was Samuel. And we know that Samuel grew up to be a great prophet. But what God wants you and I to understand is that your brokenness is meant to bring, you can't put seed in the ground unless you break up the soil.
Jesus.
And you can't bring fruit unless the soil is broken up so that the tree or the plant can be made manifest.
That's right.
You can't put seed in concrete. And some of us have concrete hearts because of our situations. Some of us have concrete situations, but God is looking for us to be brokenhearted in order for that thing to manifest, in order for his glory. When Jesus would heal people, what would he do? He would go to people who were broken. Jesus said, "Listen, I didn't come to those who think that they have healing, or think that they're okay, or think that they don't need a doctor. I come for those who know they need a Savior." Because those are people that were broken. Matthew the tax collector was another example. He cried unto God, and God saved him. And so what we need to understand is that Jesus Christ was also broken for us. Jesus said, "This is the drink, this wine is my blood, and this bread in which I break is my body." Because he understood that being broken would save all of us. And the situation that God has subjected us to is to bring salvation. Yes, Lord. To bring salvation. But we look at the situation from a natural standpoint. What if Joseph did that? Joseph's brothers threw him in a pit, sold him off to the Ishmaelites. The Ishmaelites sold him off to Egypt. And years later, there was a famine in the land. And his brothers had to come back. They didn't know they were going to him. They didn't even recognize him. He had a new name. He had new garments. You know, Joseph had a garment from his father, and his brothers took his garment, and they spoiled it in blood. And then when when Potiphar's wife wanted to test Joseph and wanted to sleep with him, what did she do? She tore his garment. The sons of God have torn garments. So that in the new season of restoration, there's a new garment that's given unto us.
Yes,
that brings
God.
salvation.
Yes, Jesus.
So a lot of us, our garments have been torn.
Jesus.
We've been thrown. We've been tossed. We've been mistreated. We've been handled despitefully. Jesus Christ was a pure example because, see, Joseph had faults, though. He was a man. Jesus Christ didn't have any fault. He willingly subjected himself to futility of mankind, to a sinful nature, but yet he did not sin.